bond return measures. We will be talking about three returns of bond. One is called current yield, second is called yield to maturity, third is called yield to call. Now what is current yield? If I buy the bond at this price, sell it at this price, and this is the intermediate return I get, then what is the return I make? It's basically nothing but the holding period return, right? So let's do one by one. The first is current yield. So what is the income I am getting on the price I have paid for the bond? So this should be not this, this should be market value, annual payment upon market value, the price you have paid to buy the bond. तो मुझको 1,000 रुपए का इंटरेस्ट मिलता है, मैंने 10,000 रुपए लगाए थे इस बॉन्ड को खरीदने के लिए, तो दैट मीन्स माई करेंट इनकम इज 10%. So current yield is 10%. It is ignoring any capital gain which is resulting from the bond. Then we come to yield to maturity. What is yield to maturity? When you buy the bond at today's price, hold it till maturity, and reinvest all the intermediate coupons at the YTM, the resulting yield is called yield to maturity. It's basically the IRR of the bond. Now, before I go into telling you the IRR of the bond, let's understand how does the calculator change when we are talking about bonds, right? So I'll just make it simpler for you. So in case of bonds, set is usually at end, because bonds would pay coupons at the end of the period, not at the beginning of the period generally. What is N? N is equal to number of coupons. कितनी बार कूपन पेमेंट हुई, इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट हुई, वो N हो गया. I is equal to market discount rate. Some people call it yield, some people call it YTM. So it's actually the current rate which new bonds are giving. The current IRR of the new bonds is market discount rate. Then we come to PV. PV in case of bonds is price of the bond, is PV. PMT, this is equal to coupon amount. The annual payment or the periodic payment which you get in a bond is called PMT. In case of bond, it will be the coupon amount, which is nothing but equal to coupon rate into face value. FV is equal to face value, that is the maturity value of the bond generally, or the rate of the amount on which the coupon is paid. P/Y is equal to number of coupon payments in 1 year, and C/Y is equal to number of compounding in 1 year. So this all of you know, or all of you know this, or this is something which you are doing for the first time?
Yeah, we know this.
You know this?
Okay. You're doing it for the first time.
You are doing it for the first time?
Yes.
Okay. So this is how you will use the compound function to calculate the bond values or bond IRR or whatever. So everything, the the input values remain the same, but their meaning in case of bonds is different, right? So let me first, because you are doing it for the first time, let me give you a question. A bond with 10,000 face value and annual coupon rate of 12% with term to maturity. This is called term to maturity and remaining life of the bond. Market rate of interest is 10% per annum. Sorry, will have or will sell at what price? Let's do it like that. So I think you understand the question. You have to find the price of this bond with face value 10,000, coupon rate 12% with term to maturity of 5 years when market rate of interest is 10% per annum. Right? So putting these values here. So I said set is end. Set is end. So put set as end. N is number of payments. So how many is number of payments? Annual coupon 5 years. So N is 5. I is the market rate of interest, which is 10%. PV you have to find out. PMT is 12% of 10,000. That is 1200. FV is 10,000. P oblique Y is 1. C oblique Y is 1. Calculate PV. So you will get your answer as 10,758. All of you are getting?
Yes.
Now I just changed, just to make you practice, I am just changing a little bit this question so that you are able to understand this better. Now I have done nothing. What I have said is a semi-annual coupon with rate of interest 12% per annum. So this bond is now paying not annual coupon but semi-annual coupon. It is paying semi-annual coupon. Right? Now the same thing we'll do again. Same thing we'll do again. So set is end. What would be n now? N would be 10. Right? I would be 10. PV is 0. PV is 0. PMT would become 600. 600. FV is 10,000 because 1200 would not be paid once, it would be paid 2 times in a year. So 600 after every half year. So PMT is 600, future value is 10,000. P oblique Y is 2, C oblique Y is 1. Because it says 10% per annum compounded annually. P oblique Y is 2, C oblique Y is 1. Solve for PV. Then you will get 10,869. This is okay? Any problem, anybody? Now remembering this, let's solve some YTM's problem. Right? YTM is this. YTM is what? This 10% problem, where 10% is not given, everything else is given to you. For example, a 10-year 7% bond with price 950 and semi-annual coupon, right? What is the IRR? Calculate the YTM of a 10-year 7% coupon bond with price 950. If price is 950, you assume future value is 1000. You have to find the IRR. Okay. So simply speaking, set is end. N is, tell me what is N?
20.
N is 20. I, you have to find out 0. PV is minus 950. PMT is 7% coupon in 1000. So 770 divided by 2, 35. So PMT is 35. Future value is 1000. P oblique Y is 2. C oblique Y, put it as 2. Solve for I. Because we have to find out two types of YTM. One is called bond equivalent yield and second is called bond effective yield. So I'll repeat all the figures again. Set is end, N is 20, I is 0, PV is minus 950, PV is minus 950, PMT is 35, future value is 1000, P oblique Y is 2, C oblique Y is 2, calculate for I. It is actually 7.726% per annum compounded semi-annually. Yes or no? Because you have put N CY of Y as 2.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
if I have to convert this into a effective half yearly rate, what would it be?
Divided by 2.
Divided by 2? That
Yeah.
is 3.8635.
Yeah.
Yes or no? All of you are getting this or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Now, what is happening is that when they quote it in the newspapers, they put the rate as 7.72. Actually, the rate should be when C oblique Y is 1. Now just put C oblique Y 1 and again calculate it. Now what do you get? 7.876.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7.876. Yeah.
And this would be 7.876 per annum compounded annually.
Yeah.
So this is the effective annual rate. Yes or no?
Yes.
So by convention, the rate which comes in the newspaper is 7.72. Actually, the return is 7.87. So this 7.72, which is called bond equivalent yield, is called dirty price of the bond. And 7.876, which is the actual return, which is also called bond effective yield. This is called as the clean price of the bond. So actually price is being calculated 7.72 or 7.87. The real price is being calculated 7.72 or 7.87.
7.87.
7.87.
That is the clean price. And dirty price is 7.72. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
So the nominal rate is called equivalent yield return, and effective rate is called the effective return. So bond equivalent yield is 7.72, effective yield is 7.88. This is called dirty price, equivalent yield, and effective is called the clean price, right? And current
On the
yield is,
previous slide,
yeah.
sir, on the previous slide, how did you substitute CS35?
So I said I assume that because it is selling at 950, the face value is 1000.
That is the face value, but what about the 35 there?
So 7% of 1000 is 70,
Okay.
and half yearly would be 35,
Okay.
right?
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if I buy this bond at 950 every year, what I am getting? 70 rupees? Yes or no? So current yield would be 70 divided by 950, that's 7.37. Because it does not consider that 50 rupees extra capital gain. And that's the difference between current yield and equivalent effective yield. What's the difference between current yield and effective yield? Capital gain. Just think about it. It would mature at 1000, so that 50 rupees is not inbuilt into the current yield.
Okay. Even if I'm not considering purchasing a bond and the price in the market of that particular bond is 950, even then this will be the current yield, correct? So my current yield will keep changing as my price of the bond changes.
Right, right. Current yield is always among the market price.
Okay.
And for a retired person, the most important yield is the current yield.
Reach out today and let's do it professionally.